Okay, today we're going to be talking about national opioid crisis here in the U.S. Everybody present today is EMS background. You got paramedics, EMTs. Our objectives are going to be able to explain what the opioid crisis is, be able to discuss what the statistics are when discussing the effects of opioids in the U.S. on different parts of healthcare. Be able to discuss the impact on healthcare that opioids has caused, know the signs and symptoms of opioid overdose, and know how your community is combating the opioid crisis. So, y'all see that? Okay. So what is the national opioid crisis? So what are we talking about today? What have we kind of met here for? This describes the increasingly growing number of people becoming addicted to the opioid medications every day. Increased prescription of opioid medications led to widespread misuse of both prescription and non-prescription opioids before it became clear these medications could indeed be highly addictive. So physicians were prescribing these without any hesitation, not knowing that they were so highly addictive. For the numbers, 130 plus people die every day from opioid-related drug overdoses. 11.4 million people misuse prescription opioids. You can kind of look at the different numbers there. A big one is 47,600 people died from overdosing on opioids. Opioid overdoses accounted for over 42,000 deaths in 2016, more than any previous year. An estimated 40% of opioid overdoses involved a prescription opioid, and that's deaths, not just overdoses. Approximately 68%, or more than 70,200 drug overdoses in 2017 involved an opioid. The impact it has on healthcare, and that's y'all, the ERs, your ICUs. Approximately $1.9 billion in annual hospital costs were attributed to patients who experienced an opioid overdose between October 2017 and 2018. The analysis of 647 healthcare facilities showed the average hospital cost of an overdose patient who was treated in the emergency department and released was $504, but the average increased to $11,731 for patients treated and admitted. Everyday overdoses due to opioids use tie up ambulances and ERs and ICU beds. These ambulances could be responding to other places, but they're having to go generally into dangerous areas. This is taxing on everyone involved, and it's shown an increase in burnout in both EMS and nurses. What does an opioid overdose look like? You got shallow breathing, confusion, lessened alertness, altered mental status, loss of consciousness, nausea, vomiting, pinpoint pupils, no pain response, low heart rate, blood pressure, and clammy, pale skin. A lot of these just come from respiratory depression that goes along with it. How we're fixing it, a big way Mississippi is working with about 37 other states is a new system where doctors can go in and see how many narcotics somebody's been prescribed, when they were prescribed, how many. This includes like Toradol, Ultram, stuff like that too, but this allows doctors to kind of keep up with how many you're getting, what you're getting, and all that kind of stuff. Also, Mississippi's enforcing that if a primary care prescribes pain medicine with refills, they're responsible for drug testing the patient to make sure only what's in their system is what they're giving them. If they find something else, they have to verify where they're getting it from. So it's putting a lot of responsibility back on the primary care, so they will refer them to pain clinics where those doctors manage every part of their pain, where that's the only place that they're getting pain medications. There's 11 other states that are joining. They're listed here. You can come look at them if you'd like to see them a little closer. In total, it's something that affects everybody in this field. You deal with it every day almost now. It's becoming more and more common. It's killing more people. There's becoming more deadly strains. People are getting more addicted, needing higher doses. So, we all need to come up with new ways to combat this crisis.